I'm here with Belinda Jackson from Web Chameleon and we're at FlyingSolo Live Conference. Hello, Belinda.
Hi, Robert.
Now, your business, Web Chameleon, I know that you do a number of things, but I know that one of your kind of key areas of interest is email marketing.
That's right.
Now, what would you say to a small business who's kind of thinking, oh, you know, email marketing is a little bit sort of, you know, last century or last year? Is that the case, do you think? What would you say to a business that's kind of contemplating?
Well, I think these days there's so much talk about new media, social media, Twitter, Facebook, blogging, all those medias that, yes, some people think that email marketing is dead or, you know, finished. But the reality is that email marketing and an email newsletter is one of the most effective ways of keeping in touch with your clients and your prospects and actually converting them or converting your prospects into clients, because a lot of those other strategies require your prospects to actually come and participate with you. The email newsletter actually arrives in their inbox on a regular basis. So,
but you have to be careful with email, don't you? That we can't just sort of bombard our prospects with stuff that's kind of all about us. So how do you advise your clients to kind of balance that?
Yeah, look, I mean, we've all suffered the dreaded email from a commercial company that is purely just a sales pitch. It's trying to sell you something. There's no what's in it for me. So that's not something that I teach. What I teach is that you need to be providing value to the recipient. So it's almost like you need to be gifting them with some information, something that's of value to them so that they happily receive it, so that you're a welcome guest in their inbox. So
let's say I'm sitting here with a small business and I'm hearing you say this, but I'm thinking, well, what do I have that's of value? You know, and where would somebody who maybe is saying that, where they just don't know where that value comes from, what would you say to them?
I would say have a think about what your clients ask you. What are those frequently asked questions? I mean, a lot of consultants, coaches, service providers are continually repeating the same information to their clients and their prospects. So perhaps some of that information, you might think that that's old hat or boring information, but the reality is that probably your prospects and your clients don't. I mean, that's why they come to you, isn't it? So often it's just a matter of thinking about what you get asked about a lot and putting that into maybe some tips or some hints, some good information that informs your newsletter subscribers so that they feel like you're actually helping them, whether it be in their personal or their
And I guess
business.
the thing is, we don't have to write it all ourselves, do we? You know, there is no shortage of information freely available on the internet. We can ask permission to use other people's articles. I mean, we don't have to do it all ourselves, do we?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the FlyingSolo newsletter is a combination of many contributors, isn't it? I have clients that are not good at writing, so they'll use content that's freely available online and republish it in their newsletter, or they'll ask their clients or colleagues in business to submit information. So it doesn't have to be your own, but it does you still with your newsletter have to have a bit of personality and
so it has to have your voice.
It has to have your voice. So
yes.
even if it's just you writing the welcome note and telling people what's been happening, you know, giving them an update and then including a guest article or some kind of a guest content.
Terrific. Belinda, thank you so much for joining us. If we want to find out more of you, webchameleon.com.au?
Webchameleon.com.au.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Thanks, Robert.